Hey, 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 y'all. About to get this live started in a second. If you're doing yoga with me today, get a book and a towel to use for modifications. I'm just typing in stuff. All right. All right, I'm about to do yoga in a minute. I'm on here and I'm on Facebook. I don't know if anybody is on Facebook yet. So, if you're here on either and you're practicing yoga with me today, you can leave a comment or wave or whatever the things allow you to do. And with Instagram, it might turn off before we get done. Instagram is like super strict about it being an hour exactly. So, yes. Let's see, is anybody on Instagram yet? I don't know. Is anybody here on Facebook? I also know these things have some latency. You probably get what I'm actually saying like a minute later. So we're gonna start yoga in a minute. Hi, Miranda. Hey, y'all. Come on in. We're just gonna start at 10 o'clock. Only thing with Instagram is it might turn me off like before I get all the way done. Because Instagram is like strictly 1 hour. So if that happens, I'm sorry. But we will get going anyway. So if you can grab, if you need to modify or you need props, you can grab a book and a towel to use as your props if you need to modify or if you need props. I'm trying to look at both of these at the same time. I got my laptop open and my phone. So yes, if you need props, get a towel and a towel or a blanket and a book. Okay, we're gonna start now. Get in a comfortable position. If you want to come to a seated position with your legs crossed, you can. If you're not comfortable with your legs crossed, just bring them out in front of you or use your towel and put it underneath your hips to give you some elevation if you have trouble sitting with your legs crossed. So for today's hand mudra, we're going to do the Apana mudra, and that's supposed to help eliminate waste and toxins from your body and also help eliminate negative thoughts. So I want you to press your middle and your ring fingers to the tip of your thumb. And just rest the hands on the knees or on the legs. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Another deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. One more deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. And let those shoulders relax. Let the facial expression relax. And let's just come back to our natural breath. Taking these first few moments for some centering, some preparing, getting our mind and our body ready for a great practice and for a good positive day, hopefully with good news. And while you're here, feel free to set an affirmation or an intention for your practice or for your day. And affirmations can start with I am, I will, or I choose. Breathe in that positive affirmation. Breathe out worry, fear, doubt, and uncertainty. Take a couple more of these cleansing breaths. And on your next inhale, if you want to keep your fingers in this position for a few more moments, you can. And if you'd like to keep your eyes closed, you can. And as always, we'll just start loosening the neck up, rotating our head to the right. Inhale back, exhale forward. Moving with our breath as always. Making our movements intentional. And using the full rotation of the neck space. Inhale back, exhale forward. Matching our movements with our breath is really important. We want to send signals to our body that we're taking some time to relax, activating our parasympathetic nervous system, which is going to help our body to be calm. Let's do the same thing. Move your head to the left. Inhale back, exhale forward. Again, remembering to be intentional about your breath. Couple more times to the left side. Bring your head back to a neutral position. Let's work into some yes and no motions. Take an inhale, lift your chin and lips up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the chin down to the chest. Make sure your back is nice and tall. Shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale the chin up. Exhale it down. Couple more times. Bring your head back to a neutral space. Let's work into some no motions. Inhale the chin over the right shoulder. Exhale it over the left shoulder. Bring the chin back to a neutral space. Take the hands, rest them on the shoulders. Let's move our elbows backwards. Inhaling, elbows up. Exhaling, back and down, making a circle. Inhale up. Exhale down. Again, remembering to match your movements with your breath. Inhale up, exhale down. Matching our movements with our breath is one of the great parts of yoga. It's one of the parts that helps relax our body. And the breath in yoga, the Sanskrit term for it is pranayama or pranayama. I think some people even say just prana. But if you want to know more about the breath in yoga, you can look up pranayama. Let's do the same thing, rolling those elbows forward. Inhale up, exhale forward and down. A couple more times, moving forward. Bring those shoulders back to a neutral space as you release those hands. Inhale those arms up, interlace the fingers above you. Push those palms towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Start to move as you twist to your right side. Letting the left hand come on the outside of the right knee. Let the left fingertips face the back wall and then bring your gaze over the back shoulder. Take an inhale as you come back up to center, interlacing those fingers, pushing those palms away again. Exhale, twist to the left, bringing the right hand on the outside of the left knee. Left fingertips face the back wall, look over your left shoulder. Take an inhale, come back up to center, interlace the fingers, push the palms away again. Exhale, relax your right hand down to the ground. Start to bring that left arm up and over. And you can allow that right forearm to come down to the ground if that's comfortable for you. And I really want you to think about channeling your breath into the left side of your body. You can even take your right hand and kind of bring it on your side so you can see what that feels like. Let's take an inhale, exhale, lower that left hand down, bring that right arm up and over. Channel your breath into the side. Again, if you need to place your hand here to see what that feels like, that works just fine. Take an inhale, come back up to center, interlace those fingers, push the palms away again. Exhale, release the fingers, interlace them behind you. Roll those shoulders back. Chin is up, chest is open. Taking some good breaths with this nice open chest. Let's release those hands, bring them out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, cross right arm over left, grabbing either shoulder. Tuck your chin down to the chest. Inhale those arms back out wide. Exhale, cross left over right, grabbing either shoulder. Tuck your chin down to the chest again. Head comes back to a neutral space. Release those shoulders. Inhale those arms up again. Push the palms towards the ceiling. Exhale, relax both hands down, resting them on the ground. Right hand stays planted onto the ground as you drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Left hand is being used as a weight as it gently rests on the side of your head. It's one of my favorite stretches. It's another also good one to do in the morning when that neck is tight, when the shoulders are tight. So inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand down, drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Right hand very gently rests on the side of your head. Inhale here. Exhale, release the right hand. Take the arms, extend them out in front, palms facing upward. And then I want you to just tilt your fingertips towards each other, stretching the outside of the wrist here. Maybe even up into the forearms and the shoulders. And let's do the same thing. Tilt those fingertips away from each other. Bring the hands to heart center. Let's bring first finger and thumb together as you stick the sides of the hands and pinkies together. And let the hands roll off of each other as they roll towards your body. This is one of my favorite things to do. Just because you can hear it working. You can hear your wrists popping and your shoulders popping. And do the same thing, moving in the opposite way. And let's release the fingers. Bring the hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, let the hands press into each other as they lower down towards the hips, stretching those fingers and wrists even more. Release those hands. Let's come up to table position, doing a little bit of cat-cow before we come up to our first down dog. Hands are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips, fingers spread wide. Take an inhale. Lift the chin up, flip the tailbone upward, come to cow pose. And I also would like you to think about rotating the eyes of the elbows forward. Exhale, bring the chin down to the chest, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale back up to cow. Exhale back down to cat. Moving with your own breath. Warming up our spine. Inhale up, exhale down. Couple more times. Bring the spine back to a neutral position. We'll start to come up to our first down dog. But before we come up to that, I always offer a modification for your down dog. So the modification is to just extend your arms out as you're down on the knees. Come into puppy pose instead. This is your down dog modification. You can stay here, or if you're ready for it, go ahead and tuck those toes under, lift those hips up and back. Come into your down dog. Melting the heart down towards the thighs, pushing the heels towards the ground, but not being too worried about letting the heels reach the ground. Still working within your range. Let's pedal those knees out. Stretching the hamstrings, the calves, the back of the thighs. Take a big inhale. Exhale, side out. Start to walk those toes up behind the hands. Deep bend in your knees as you melt down to a forward fold. Feel free to grab either one of those elbows. Rock side to side here. Let that lower back release. Just finding some movement. Release those elbows. Start to roll up to a standing position. Just taking your time as you roll up. Inhaling, letting the hands meet up above you. Exhaling, bring the hands to heart center. Good. Let's release those hands down to mountain pose. Palms facing outward, arms down at our sides. And sweep them back up with an inhale. We'll move through that a couple times. Inhale up. Exhale those hands back down to mountain pose. Sweep them up. Inhale. Exhale the hands back down. One more time. Inhale. Really gathering up all the good energy, bringing it down to your heart. Exhale. And the hands come back out to the sides. Good. All right, we're warm. We're going to start with a couple sun salutations. If you're just joining me, thank you for being here. Hey, everybody. We're on Facebook and Instagram now. All right. Hands down at our sides. Getting nice and planted in our mountain pose. Nice, soft knees here. Trying not to lock our knees out. Wiggle those toes so you can feel the four corners of the feet firmly planted into the ground. Sweep those arms up. Inhale. Hands meet at the top, small back bend as you let that head fall back. Exhale, push those walls away, fall down to your forward fold. Either grabbing those elbows or letting those fingertips come to the ground. Inhale up for your half lift. You can let the hands rest on the shins or fingertips stay on the ground. Neck in line with the spine, gaze a foot or so in front of your toes. Exhale, bend those knees, plant the hands down in front of the feet. Step or jump back to a plank or a modified plank. If you prefer to modify, just drop down to those knees. Make a nice ramp from the hips down to your knees. Or you can stay up in full plank. Exhale, lower down for chaturanga. You can lower down all the way to your belly. Or if you like a little more, lower down halfway, bringing the elbows to a 90-degree angle. Push into those hands. Roll those shoulders up. Inhale the chin up. Shoulders are kind of rolled down and back here. Thighs are engaged as well. Inhaling in your up dog. Exhale, make your way back to your down dog or your puppy pose. If you're on your puppy pose, just shift back to your knees, extend the arms out. If you're in down dog, you know what to do. Bring those hips up and back. Let's take 3 really good breaths here. Nice full breaths. Take your gaze, bring it up in between the hands as you step or jump those feet up behind the hands, either one. Inhale back up to your half lift. Exhale, lower back down to your forward fold. Roll up, bring those arms with you. Inhale. Hands meet at the top, small back bend as that head falls back. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Good. Let's work through that one more time. Inhale those arms up. Small back bend. Exhale, fall down to your forward fold. Inhale up to your half lift. Exhale, put the hands down in front of the feet. Step or jump back to plank. Inhale, plank or modified plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's take 3 breaths here. Take your gaze, bring it up in between the hands. Step or jump those feet up behind the hands. Inhale back up to half lift. Exhale, lower to forward fold. Roll up as those arms come with you. Inhale. Hands meet at the top, small back bend, let the head fall back. Exhale, the hands to heart center. Good. Let's bring our way back down to a down dog. Sweep those arms up. Exhale, swan dive down towards the toes. Plant the hands down in front of the feet. Let's step straight back to our down dog or your puppy pose if you're modifying. Take that left foot, step it in a half step. Start to extend that right foot up and back. And if you like, you can stay here, or you can bend that knee looking up under that armpit, coming to three-leg dog. You can still do this down on the knees too. Let's take this knee, bring it into our chest as we step it up in between the hands. Rotate that back heel down flat. Left arm windmills up, around, and back as we come to warrior two. Front knee is bent, nice and aligned over the ankle. Back leg is straight. Check the alignment of those arms. Take a couple more breaths here. Inhale, straighten this front leg. Now, if you need a little more extension on your arms, go ahead and grab your book. We're going to take this backhand, windmill it down on the inside of the right foot. So again, if you need some extension, grab that book here. If you don't need it, just go ahead and bring that left hand down on the inside of the right foot. Extend that right arm up towards the sky for a revolved triangle. Okay to have a bend in that front knee if you need it. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring that right hand down. Let us step this left foot up to meet the right and start to sweep those arms up as we come up to a standing position. Inhale. Exhale, those hands to heart center. Now from here, I want you to make two fists with with both of your hands and rest them down on your hips. Like kind of right below your belly but above your thighs. And then I want you to do a forward fold down over these fists. I know it seems weird. And now as you're down this forward fold, I want you to kind of move these fists in circular motions. We're kind of massaging our organs. We want to get our digestive system going so we can rid our body of any waste and toxins it might be holding on to it. Sometimes it just needs a little help. And you can release these fists. Might have to come up a little bit. Release the hands down towards the ground. Let's step back to our down dog again. We'll walk our right foot in a half step this time as we extend this left leg up and back. Option to come to three-leg down dog by bending at the knee and looking up under the left shoulder. Let's start to float our body forward, bringing that knee in towards our chest, stepping that left foot up in between our hands, rotating that back heel down flat, right arm windmills up, around, and back as we come to warrior two on this side. Checking the alignment of these arms, making sure those shoulders are relaxed too. Hold for a couple more breaths. Take an inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, let's take this right hand, bring it down on the inside of the left foot. Go ahead and grab your book if you need some extension on the arms. Left arm extends up towards the sky. Try to look up towards that left arm, but if you need a little more balance, go ahead and look down towards the foot. You can always look up for a challenge and down for balance. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower this left hand down. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Coming to our forward fold. Sweep those arms up with an inhale. Exhale the hands to heart center. Make those two fists again with both hands. Rest them on the front of the hips. Start to fall down over these fists. Always remember, if this is something that's uncomfortable for you, or if you have stomach issues, or you've had something to where this wouldn't be comfortable for you, just come down to a regular forward fold. But if this is okay for you, go ahead and massage those organs. And let's come up to a half lift, removing these fists, resting our hands down in front of the feet. We'll step back to a plank position this time. Now from here, feel free to skip this part and just come straight back to your down dog or your puppy pose, or you can move through a vinyasa. Lowering down for chaturanga, inhaling up for up dog, exhaling, make your way back to down dog. Take a couple breaths in your down dog. From here, let's step these feet up behind our hands. Come to your forward fold again. And from your forward fold, I would like you to bend your knees, bring your thighs parallel with the ground. I want you to sweep those arms up as you come to chair pose. Letting the weight be in the heels. If you want a little more of a challenge, you can bring the gaze up in between the hands. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring those hands to heart center. Try to stay down in your chair pose. Twist to the right side, hooking that left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Focusing on your breath. I know it's burning a little bit. That's okay though. We're gonna make it. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Take the hands, bring them down towards the mat. Lift the hips up as you come back to forward fold. Giving those thighs a little break. My heart rate just went up a little bit. Now from here, let's step our right foot back, coming to a lunge position. And then I want you to start to walk those hands towards the right side of your mat, letting both toes face the right side as you come down to a forward fold, a wide leg forward bend. This is one of those inversion poses I was talking about, bringing some fresh blood to the brain, getting our circulatory system going. Then from here, just lift up to a half lift, pressing into those hands. I want you to reach your left foot, your left hand over towards your right ankle. And then maybe you can bring this right arm behind your back. Maybe. If that's a little bit too much, keep the left hand planted down in the center and extend the right arm up. Either one. And let's come through the center over to the other side. Again, remember, you can keep this right hand planted, extend the left arm up, or go ahead and reach that right hand over towards the left ankle. Left arm can bend behind your back maybe, as the gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring these hands back towards the center. I'm going to walk my feet in a little bit. My mat gets a little bit slippery when I do that. Bend those knees. I'm going to sweep those arms up. Inhale. Legs are still wide. Hands meet at the top. I want you to pivot your left toes forward. Drop those arms out wide. And then we're going to come down to our triangle pose, reaching that left hand forward and lowering it down, either to the ankle, the shin, the ground, or if you need to grab that book, feel free. Right arm extends up towards the sky, gaze up towards the right hand if you can. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower that right hand down, come to a lunge position. Step that left foot back. Feel free to skip this part, otherwise we'll move through our vinyasa, chaturanga, up dog, to down dog or puppy pose. A couple more breaths here in our down dog. Now let's take these feet, bring them up behind the hands again as we come to forward fold. Let's bend into those knees. Bring those thighs parallel with the ground again. We'll sweep those arms up for chair pose. Pulling that belly button back towards the spine, shifting our weight into our heels. Shoulders are relaxed, but arms are extended up. Gaze can be up in between the hands for a challenge. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring those hands down to heart center. Let's twist to the left this time, hooking that right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring those hands back to center. Put those hands down on the ground. Step back to your down dog. I'm just going to switch myself around this way so you can still see what I'm doing. This time we'll extend that left leg back. Bring it up the knee in towards the chest. Come to a lunge position. I don't even remember what side I'm on. Either way, you're walk your hands over to the right side this time. Just walk your hands over to the opposite side as you were before. Coming down to your wide leg forward bend. Take those hands, put them to the ground, come up to a half lift in your wide leg forward bend. You can keep that left hand planted down in the center and extend that right arm up. Or you can take this left hand, reach for the right ankle. Right arm can bend behind your back, gaze up towards the ceiling. Either one of those two options. Let's come to the center again. This time, right hand can stay planted down with left arm extended up, or go ahead and reach that right hand over towards the left ankle. Left arm bends behind your back, baby. Let's bring our hands down towards the center again. Bend into the knees as you come up to a standing position. Straightening as you stand, hands meet at the top, and then we'll do our triangle pose on the other side, letting those right toes face forward, arms strap out wide, reach forward with that right hand, lower it down to the ankle, the shin, the ground, or grab your book if you need some extension on that arm. Left arm up towards the sky, looking up towards that hand for a challenge, or down towards the foot for balance. Take an inhale, exhale, lower that left hand down, come into a lunge position, stepping that right foot back as you come to a plank. Move through your vinyasa if you like, or just come straight up to your down dog. Go back to my starting position so I can look at my book here. Let's walk our left foot in a half step again. Start to extend our right leg up and back. Bending at that knee again, looking up under that armpit for three-leg dog if you like. Start to shift your weight forward, bringing that knee into the chest. Stepping that right foot up in between the hands. Keeping that left foot planted down and staying up on the back toe as we extend our right arm up towards the sky. If you need a little more support, feel free to bring that back knee down. Take an inhale, exhale, go ahead and lower that back knee down if it isn't already lowered. And then from here, you can either take that right arm, bend it behind your back, or bend at this back knee, grab the foot with that, which hand is this? Grab the foot with the hand. Giving you a twist here and even opening up the chest a little bit. Gaze up towards the sky if you can. Take an inhale, exhale, release that foot. Bring both hands back forward on either side of the foot, coming up off of that back toe. Step that right foot back as you come to plank. Move through your vinyasa if you like. Chaturanga, cobra, inhale, or up dog. Make your way back to down dog. Let's step this right foot in a half step. Start to extend this left leg up and back. Bend at that knee, look up under the armpit for three-leg dog if you want. Start to shift your weight forward, bringing the knee into the chest, stepping that foot up in between the hands. Right hand is planted down as you extend that left arm up towards the sky. Remember to come down on that back knee if you need to. Take an inhale. Exhale, go ahead and lower down to that back knee if you're not already there. You can either bend that arm behind the back or bend at that back knee. Grab that foot with the extended arm. Gaze up towards the ceiling if you can. Getting a nice twist here. Take an inhale. Exhale, release the foot. Bring those hands back on either side of the foot. Come up off that back knee. Step that left foot back. Move through your vinyasa if you like. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Remember, that's always optional. Take some breaths. Let's take a big inhale. Exhale, slide out. Take another inhale. Exhale, drop down to those knees. Now from here, I would like for you to come down to your forearms. Option 1, you can take those legs, extend them out, bring those knees off the ground. Option 2, just modify with the knees down on the ground, remembering to make that ramp from the hips down towards the knees. Option 3 will come into an inversion, coming up off the knees and stepping those feet up one at a time till we're in a down dog, but our arms are we're on our forearms. Again, these inversions are going to bring some fresh blood down to our brain, get our circulatory system going, get our lymphatic system going. Our lymphatic system is what rids our body of waste and toxins. Take an inhale. Exhale, go ahead and drop down to those knees. Start to extend those hips back towards the heels. Extend the arms out in front as we come down to child's pose. Remember, if it's difficult for you to bring your hips back towards your heels, feel free to use a blanket underneath the hips or your towel underneath the hips, just to give you some elevation. And we're just melting down into our child's pose. Starting to slow our breathing down a bit, starting to catch our breath. And from here, let's take this right arm, threading it underneath the left arm. Palm faces upward, right arm comes underneath left, ear comes down to the ground. If this is a little bit much on your knees or on your lower back or anything like that, you can just lift those hips up. Only if you need to. Take one more deep inhale on this side. Exhale, side out. Extend that right arm back out in front. Let's thread the left arm underneath the right. Left ear comes down towards the ground. Remember, just lift those hips up if you need a break from your knees or hips or back of the thighs or anything. Take one more inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Extend that left arm out in front. Let's make our way back up to table position. From here, let's take our right knee as we slide it up behind our right wrist. Let that right foot extend over towards the left side and start to extend that left leg back as we come into pigeon pose. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach that chest forward a little bit as you come down further if you like. You could come down to the forearms or stack the hands and rest the forehead down. If pigeon pose isn't for you, or if it's too much on your hips or anything, you could come to upside down pigeon, which looks like this. Just taking your ankle, crossing it over your knee, grabbing the behind the thigh, pulling it in towards your chest. So either one of those versions works just fine. Just listen to your body, listen to what works for your body. Take a couple more breaths. And let's come back up on those hands if you're not already there. We'll slide our left knee back around to the front again as we move back up to table position. And let's move into pigeon pose on the other side. If you're in upside down pigeon, just switch sides. Or we'll sweep that left knee up behind the left wrist. Left foot extends over towards the right. Start to extend that right leg back. Inhale up for extension. Exhale, start to melt the chest down if you are okay with coming down lower. Take a couple more breaths on this side. Let's come back up on those hands if we're not already there. Take the legs, sweep them around in front. Coming up on those sits bones, sweep those arms up with an inhale. Exhale, lead with the chest as you come down to an easy seated forward bend. So letting those hands fall as far as they can fall, not being pressured to be able to reach your feet. Feel free to have a slight bend in your knees here. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower back down into your forward fold. Maybe coming down a little bit lower this time. Take an inhale. Exhale, side out. Start to roll your body back up to a seated position. Now from here, I would like for you to cross your right leg on top of your left. But I would like, if possible, for you to kind of stack your knees, letting that right knee face forward. And you can stay just like this with one leg crossed. Or if you're able to bend both knees, stacking them one on top of the other, feel free to do that. And then either way, I want you to extend those arms up with an inhale. Exhale, start to twist to the right side. Right fingertips face the back wall. This left arm is on the outside of the right thigh. Gaze is over the back shoulder. Take a couple more breaths on this side. Take an inhale. Exhale back to center. Extend those legs back out in front. This time, we'll bring the left over the right. Left knee faces forward if that's attainable for you. And then if you are okay with going a step further, go ahead and bend both knees, stacking them one on top of the other. Inhale those arms up, twist to the left, right arm on the outside of that left knee, left fingertips face the back wall, gaze comes over the left shoulder. One more inhale. Exhale back to center. Let's make our way down to our back by bringing those feet out in front. Hands come to the knees. Round the spine as you slowly come down to your back. Take those feet, bringing them flat on the ground. Hands rest down at the sides. And just start to walk those feet back until those fingertips touch the heels. Making sure that lower back is flat on the ground to start. You might have to tilt your pelvis towards you. I want you to just lift your hips off the ground. Coming to a bridge pose. Now if you're able to, feel free to interlace those fingers underneath you and maybe roll those shoulders underneath a little bit if that feels okay for your body. Squeeze in those hips as you lift them up higher one more time. Inhale. Exhale, roll down to a flat back. Take those knees, let's hug them into the chest. Rocking side to side a little bit. Keep those knees hugged into the chest as you extend the left leg onto the ground. Right knee stays hugged in. Right arm extends out to the side. Take your left hand and use it to pull your right knee over to the left side, keeping those shoulders on the as close to the ground as you can. Your gaze can be straight up to the ceiling, or if you can look over the extended arm. If you want to take it a step further, and if it feels okay in your body, you can bend that bottom knee as well, grabbing that ankle with the right hand. Making a diamond shape. Couple more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out as you release that foot if you have it, bringing those knees back into the chest. Keep your left knee hugged in as you extend your right leg onto the ground. Right hand pulls the left knee over to the right. Left arm extends out towards the side. Gaze up to the ceiling or over the left arm. If you want a little more, feel free to bend that bottom knee, grabbing the foot with the left hand. Making your diamond shape on this side if that's okay for you. Couple more breaths. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Hug those knees into the chest one last time. And then we'll get ready for our final meditation, also known as our Shavasana. And you may lay down or you may sit up for your Shavasana. If you need to stretch anything else out, go ahead and take a moment to stretch that out. I don't know how much time we're at on our Instagram. It might turn off in the middle of our meditation. Hopefully not. And when you're ready, just come to your comfortable position, sitting or laying down, closing those eyes down, taking a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Second inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. One more deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Come back to that natural breath again. Just take a moment here to focus in on your breath. Feeling the rise of your chest and the fall of your chest with each inhale and exhale. Now I'd like to lead you now through a guided visualization meditation. I would like for you to imagine a summer rainstorm. Hear the sounds of the water falling onto the ground, the sounds of the rain onto the trees. Hear the sounds of the thunder and visualize the lightning. And as you listen to this rainstorm, imagine yourself outside in the rain, feeling the water droplets as they touch your body and the drips of water as they fall down from your forehead towards your nose and the rest of your face. And as you feel the rain hit your body, just imagine it cleansing you of any doubts and negativities, any energies that might be hanging on to you. Let the rain wash them away. As you feel the drops of water hit your body and start to melt down towards your legs and feet, imagine that negativity, imagine those bad energies melting down towards your feet and into the pavement. Imagine it melting off of you. Imagine a puddle of water at your feet, filled with these negative emotions, filled with negative thoughts, filled with your worries and your doubts. And as you start to let these things go, the puddle starts to dissipate from your feet. And as the puddle dissipates, the rain starts to taper off. And then the rain stops. and you see the sun start to come out. The clouds move away from the sun, and the warmth of the sun beams onto your face, and it starts to dry your body, and it starts to warm you. And as the sun warms you, you feel new, you feel recharged, and you feel clean. Breathe in that newness, breathe in the cleanliness. Feel the warmth of the sun. Breathe in the positivity. And as you feel the sun beaming on your face, you notice that it's a brand new day. And you remember that every day is a new day. And that every day we get another chance. Another chance at doing something good, at doing the right thing, at feeling better, at leaving any negativity in the past. And now just start to come back into your body. Start to come back to where you are now in this present moment. Just wiggle your fingers and toes as you come back to this space. And if you're laying down, you can roll over onto your favorite side. Taking a moment to reflect on your practice and to revisit any affirmations you may have said at the beginning of class. And also take this time to show yourself some gratitude for doing something good for yourself and for the world right now. And when you're ready, you can roll up to a comfortable seated position if you're not already seated. Palms facing upward for receiving or downward for grounding. And together, my friends, we'll inhale all the good energies up in our hands, raising them up above us in prayer. Exhale, floating them down to heart center. I want to thank you all for sharing this time, your energy, in this space with me today. Thank you for being here. Namaste. All right, my friends. Thank you for being here. I'll save this and put it on YouTube, Instagram. Looks like it closed before we were done, but hopefully if you're on Instagram, you got a little bit of the Shavasana. Thank you for being here. Come back next week. I appreciate you. Namaste.